Hello, this is Group 22. We are going to explain about inactivated vaccine. This is outlined in this movie. Definition, examples, how it is different from live vaccine.
Inactivated vaccine is also called a killed vaccine. Inactivated vaccines are composed of dead or inactivated viruses and bacteria. In detail, an inactivated vaccine is a vaccine consisting of virus particles, bacteria, or other pathogens that have been grown in culture and then killed to destroy disease-producing capacity. To make inactivated vaccines, the virus has to be grown in culture media. This can often be an initial limiting step in vaccine production, as producers need to understand what conditions encourage viral growth. Inactivation of the virus is done with heat. Occasionally, inactivation is done with chemicals, such as formalin. When the vaccine under production is fractional, meaning it is protein or polysaccharide based, the vaccine undergoes further purification so that only the subunits of interest remain. Inactivated vaccines are usually used for preventive vaccination. The following inactivated vaccines are used in the clinical environment in Japan. Many of preventive vaccinations such as DPT-IPV and hepatitis V vaccine are prepared for babies. DPT-IPV has effects against diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, and polio. Flu vaccine is also a kind of inactivated vaccine. The effect of this vaccine lasts for only 5 months, so getting vaccinated every year is indispensable to get effect. Recently, the inactivated vaccine against SARS-CoV-2 began to be used. This vaccine contains recombinant proteins based on the spike protein of SARS-CoV-2. When we get inactivated vaccine, a bacterium or a virus does not multiply in our bodies, so we cannot get the adequate effect from one vaccination. Therefore, we have to get vaccinated more than once. Differences between inactivated and live vaccines. There are two main differences between live and inactivated vaccines. Their toxicity and the number of doses of vaccine. Live vaccines are made from viruses or bacteria that have been extremely weakened the virulence, like this image. With live vaccines, microorganisms can cause disease when the immune system is compromised. Next, inactivated vaccines are made from pathogens or their components that have lost their infectivity or toxicity. You can see from the following image that they are inert. This graph shows the percentage of children who get sick after receiving live and inactivated vaccines for influenza. As the graph shows, children who received live vaccines are less likely to get sick. In the case of inactivated vaccines, one vaccination is not sufficient because the immunity produced is weaker than that of natural infection or live vaccines. Therefore, several additional vaccinations are required. The number of inoculations depends on the vaccine. In the case of live vaccines, less frequent inoculations are required because viruses and bacteria with weakened virulence multiply in the body to build up immunity. It takes approximately 1 month for sufficient immunity to develop. From this slide, you can see that the number of vaccinations will differ. While inactivated vaccines are safer, the advantages of the two are opposite. The effect of most live vaccines, once administered as a child, lasts almost a lifetime. Inactivated vaccines, on the other hand, require multiple inoculations to build immunity, and immunity eventually declines. Considering both safety and effectiveness, live vaccines and inactivated vaccines have one advantage and one disadvantage.